Coach, really this week, you guys have already started, but now you're into your system now where the next few weeks is all about football. What are you looking to get out of these first few weeks?
Well, we're trying to get the system taught, especially we got some new quarterbacks, so we got to start kind of from scratch. But, you know, we're doing it the way we always do it, and the quarterbacks have a chance to kind of grasp it. We do the same things for 2 or 3 days in a row, and then we add some for 2 or 3 days. So by 8 or 9, we have pretty much everything in. But it's kind of a learning time right now, offensively. Defensively, I think we got a bunch of returning guys that are pretty plugged in. We're trying to get the rookies caught up.
You mentioned the quarterbacks. What are you seeing out of Garrett so far? Do you like what you see?
Yeah, I do. He's the right kind of kid. He's a winner, competitor, very accurate with the ball. And the main thing is that he just has a complete understanding of what we're doing. And he'll have that by the time we play.
And for a guy like you who likes to mold quarterbacks, how anxious are you to get some stability out of that position?
Yeah.
To the revolving door?
Well, we are. No question. You know, we have played, I thought, much better defensively than we have offensively for what I'm used to. And obviously a lot of that goes to the quarterback. I thought Kyle did a lot of good things. I thought Bo Levi did a lot of good things. Those guys can play. But at the same time, you got to do it every week, you know. And I think as we get going here, I really like the quarterbacks that are throwing right now. They're doing a good job.
You said complete understanding, that he's got complete understanding of the offense. That hasn't been the case in the past this quickly, has it?
Well, I mean, I have had to do this 5 or 6 times, including the National Football League. When you change teams, you got to get it all in. Did it 3 or 4 different times in Hawaii. You know, you still have production, but sometimes, you know, it's not till week 7, 8, 9 where they really have it. But you still can win, and you still throw a lot of touchdowns, throw for a lot of yards. But once the guy gets it, it becomes kind of like what happened with Colt or what happened with Timmy Chang. You just keep rolling.
And why does he? Can you explain why he's got such good, better understanding than most guys?
Well, he spent a lot of time with it, and he's older. You know, he's not out like a complete freshman coming in. He's played before. He recognizes looks, you know, and he also has lined up in high school in this formation, you know, a lot. So he, you know, there's a lot of things that are similar that way too. But he, you know, his head will be swimming. He thinks he knows it, but on about the 3rd day, it'll be swimming again.
Based on what he went through at Texas, I mean, how good of a situation is this for him to kind of get away from all of that and start anew?
I haven't even talked to him about that. You know, everything is positive to me. Even the situation he was at Texas, I mean, it teaches a quarterback how to deal with adversity. Mm-hmm. If you want to play in the NFL, you better learn how to deal with that, and that's no different than coming to SMU. You know, it makes every one of those times you go through it makes you better, you know, and that's what you got to do with it.
Big stage experience too. I mean, it's from freshman year, right?
Exactly. He's shown that the game's not too big for him. He walked right in that championship game and gave his team a chance to win.
One of your former receivers making news at Cowboys camp. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on him leaving?
Well, I talked to Bees, you know, when I heard it. I talked to him a couple times the last couple of days and texted him back and forth. I would have been disappointed if he didn't go back, and that's what I told him. You know, I'm sure he was frustrated, but you know, every rookie gets frustrated. Right. He's having success, and being a rookie, you're getting frustrated off the field, in the dining hall, and you're getting probably jacked up on the field. So, you know, it gets a little frustrating at times. But like I told him, just get to the preseason games, make some plays, and make the team. I mean, that's what we want him to do.
You mentioned Timmy Chang earlier, and now he's a graduate assistant on your staff. How much of this is about teaching him the ropes as a young coach, and how much is there something tangible he can add to your quarterbacks?
Well, I mean, all I know is when I've had quarterbacks around that have played in it before, that it's always positive that they talk to the QBs. You know, they've been through it, they know it. He's been out of it for 4 to 6 years, but at the same time, you know, it all comes back real quick. You know, so he'll have conversations with the quarterbacks on different things that we do, and that's a good thing.
On the offensive line, how does that look right now? Is it too early to say who you think might be?
Well, I have a pretty good idea who the guys will be that play. We have some new guys in there that haven't been with us that we're counting on. But we have, you know, 3 or 4 guys that have played in there. So there's some, you know, continuity. I think Ben Gottschalk's going to be a really good player. Blake's been in there started for 3 years before he didn't play last year. Ryan Collins started probably 5 or 6 games the last couple of years. So, I mean, we have some experience in there. It's just that we got to get the young guys, the center ready, Taylor, and also Stavion Lowe has just been here 2 days. So
Now, Lowe's got great size. I mean,
he's
how's
got
he
good feet.
conditioning-wise?
Well, he needs to get in a little better shape. He's been out for a year, but he's doing good. I mean, he's pushing himself. He's saying the right things and working, and he's lost a bunch of weight since he got here.
Is that offensive line your biggest concern on this team, you think?
I would say athletically we're probably as good as we've been. It's just they haven't played together. Concern, I mean, the two concerns are the quarterback and the offensive line, but I think we have players there, so it's just a matter of coaching them up and getting them ready to play.